So today I want to talk about microphones. In this corner we have the Fifine K688 USB cardioid dynamic mic. And in this corner we have the Deity D3 Pro pre-polarized condenser supercardioid mic. What do all those words mean? I don't really know, and I don't really care. I'm not going to go deep in this video with polar patterns, etc., because I find that stuff kind of boring. I want to keep it entertaining and let our ears guide us, because at the end of the day, as long as your audio sounds good enough for your audience, does it really matter which microphone you're using? Well, we'll see. I think it might be more about aesthetics and usability, but by the end of this video, who knows, maybe I'll completely change my tune. Both of these mics are extremely easy to set up. This USB mic just plugs directly into your computer, and so does this one. Although you can also plug directly into the camera's 3.5mm port with this one, which is what I'm doing right now. I personally love not having to sync audio in post, but I mean, if it was really worth it, I probably would. The reason I'm comparing these two mics is because I see a lot of people using mics like this in their videos, and on one hand, I get it. When a mic is close to your mouth, it sounds better. But I personally don't like that look, which is why I usually boom my shotgun mic out of shot. So here's what I'm gonna do. I've been testing these mics side by side, so you should already have an idea if they sound different at this point. But next, I'm going to put the shotgun mic where I usually would, out of shot, then we'll know what's really going on. At this point, I honestly don't know what to expect. So after I do that, I'm gonna then go and edit the video and listen to it with headphones and then again with speakers to let you know what I think. Then I'll come back and share my thoughts on what I think is better and what I'm going to use moving forward. Let's begin. So this is the Fifine K688 microphone. I reached out to them and asked them how to pronounce it, and they said fine. So there you go. This mic can record via XLR or USB. It has a touch mute button. It has a gain knob. It comes with a shock mount. For a few extra bucks, you can get the desk mounted arm. I mean, it costs $72.99 USD, which I think it's a pretty good deal. How does it sound? I won't play around with the audio too much in post, but I'll do my best to balance the sound levels. Now, let's pop over to my old Deity D3 Pro. I bought this used a couple years ago, and I just like having a nice clean shot. I don't know how it'll sound right now versus the USB mic, but I imagine it'll have less bass. But how is the clarity? How does it sound on the speakers you are watching it on? This one has a rechargeable battery, which makes it nice as I'm able to take it on the go, whereas with the USB mic, you're a little more tethered to your desk. Since this one is 5 or 6 years old, I don't even know if you can still buy it, but it's comparable to the Rode NTG, which is around $250 US. So that's over triple the price of this. You can get cheaper ones like the Rode Go 2, which I think are better value, but this is what I'm testing. Back to the Fifine. I mean, these kind of mics are more for podcasts, right? I think they pick up the sound close to it, which is great, as you could have multiple mics in the room for each person, and they don't pick up on each other's voices, right? But I also think these are meant for streamers, and it works. It plugs into your computer, it's easy, and it's good value. Whereas this is meant a little more for planned shots. I think it looks more professional, but I think in order to really make something like this sound good, you also need to really treat the room for sound. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use the voice isolation effect in DaVinci Resolve, and now maybe it'll be hard for you to hear on your speakers, but this room has a lot of concrete in it and it echoes a lot. So with the click of a button, all of that goes away and it makes this microphone sound like I'm in a carpeted room with curtains everywhere. It's great. What about with the Fifine? Let me turn on the voice isolation now and see if it makes a difference. Does this mic pick up the echo as much as the shotgun mic, or is it better? All right, I'm gonna go edit the video and see how all this sounds. I have no idea. I'm gonna go do that right now. I'll be right back. All right, you know what? I thought they both sounded pretty good. It's hard to pick a side because they are both for different things. I personally just love not having my microphone in the shot. It just gives a different look and it allows me to go nuts with my hands while I'm talking. With the desktop mic, it sure just gives a different style look, you know? More of a broadcasting vibe. I think these really shine the closer your mouth gets to them, but if you get too close, then it just looks ridiculous. You wouldn't want to do a talking head where your audience can't even see your face. However, it doesn't look ridiculous if you are gaming or just doing voiceovers. I do like the bassy warmth that comes with talking so closely into the mic. But at the beginning of the video, when I had both mics, the same distance from my mouth, I mean, I thought the shotgun one actually sounded better. One thing I didn't test was how this mic sounds boomed out of the shot. Here, let me put this mic as far away as my shotgun mic. I'll boost the gain in post to level out the volumes. How does this sound now? Could you spend less money and get something like this and boom it out of this shot and then have the flexibility of being able to bring it close to your mouth when you want to do voiceovers or for streaming? If this actually sounds good, then that might be the smart play value-wise. You know, before I give my final verdict, I have to go edit this part of the video now since I forgot about testing them both out of the shot, because if this sounds pretty good, then that deal might just be the one to get. All right, let me go check. All right, I have a verdict. I like the shotgun mic better for my workflow. I'm a YouTuber and all I do is make videos like this, or maybe sometimes I vlog. To be able to easily boom the mic or put it on the camera and not have to worry about syncing up the audio while video editing, it's just so great. And I personally prefer the look of not having a mic in the shot. I think shotgun mics allow you to be a little more dynamic in front of the camera, but I do know that any microphone will get quieter when you move away from it. But I really noticed it with the Fifine mic, the condenser style, which is like a good old-fashioned microphone. You just need to be really close for them to shine. For people that game or podcast and sit in the same position or don't mind moving with the mic a lot, then you won't get better sound than one of these style of mics. And honestly, for the price, especially if you don't mind having a mic in your shot, just get one of these. They're so handy and easy to use. I think this one looks pretty cool and would be great on calls, etc., to really just make your voice quality sound great. One more point, and something I don't love about desk-mounted arms is that they pick up booms from your elbows, etc., on the desk. So unless you have a really sturdy desk, which I don't, I find they pick up the bumps and thuds of movement on the desk a little too much, at least for my setup. Probably doesn't matter again if you have a good desk. Here's what to buy. If you want to grow your YouTube channel and have been using your phone or maybe the built-in audio on your camera, get yourself the Rode VideoMic Go 2. It's around $100. You can use it like how I'm using the shotgun mic in this video. You can put it really close and it'll sound good, or you can put it a bit further away and it'll sound just similar to my Deity D3 Pro. You could also use it on your computer while streaming or podcasting. It won't be as handy to use for those situations as something like this, but you can buy desk mounts for them too, or hold them if you'd like. As a YouTuber first, that's what I would buy if I wanted to get the best value mic. As a streamer or podcaster, I mean, of course, these USB condenser mics are the way to go. You could get yourself a Blue Yeti or something, but honestly, look at the price. It's always nice to buy the big brands if you can afford them. Rode, Audio-Technica, sure, I get it. I mean, there's so many to choose from, but then you also have to get the accessories, the desk arms for those things as well, and that adds up. Value brands like Fifine, I mean, they're working really hard to deliver similar quality for much cheaper prices. It's like lighting and softboxes. Would I rather own all aperture lighting and softboxes? Of course. Is it worth triple the price for maybe a 5 to 10% upgrades? It's not for me. That's why I buy the newer and other value brands. Why spend more when you don't really need to? If you're in the market for a mic like this, I'll leave links to this one and other comparable brands in the description below. I use my shotgun mics way more for making my YouTube videos, but if I streamed or did more video calls, I think having something like this is the way to go. It's great having both. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, that's it for today. I'm always wondering if I should up or change my audio game. I think at this point, while I would love a more expensive mic, I think treating my room for audio would be a much bigger upgrade for me at this point. So when I go down that route, I will let you know. What about you? What mic do you use or are planning on buying? I'm by no means an audio expert, so please, if you have any advice for us, please share in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. If you're able to support the channel with likes, comments, or even subs, I'd appreciate that and would love to have you. See you next time on The Sad Studio.